Hi, today we're going to be teaching you about the inner workings of the green side of Costco Wholesale. First off, we have how does Costco ensure its purchasing activities are environmentally friendly? Many ways that Costco takes the environment into account when dealing with purchasing activities. Most importantly, they do this by using a company called Eco-Enclose. Eco-Enclose is a packaging company that provides different companies with environmentally friendly shipping supplies. The goal of their brand is to design ways that reduce waste that companies use when shipping their products. One of Costco's main goals is to reduce the amount of packaging needing for their products. While working with Eco-Enclose, they have redesigned their packaging with more sustainable materials such as certified paper and fiber that is more easy to recycle, as well as allowing them to use less materials with their packaging. As well, Costco follows their 6 rights of sustainable packing code that helps them ensure their packaging is sustainable. First, they have the right of reduction that makes sure the overall packaging is as minimized as possible. They have the right amount of post-consumer content when they use materials that maximize the recyclability of the packaging. The right fiber, they prioritize tree-free and certified forest content. The right recyclable packaging, where they use widely recyclable materials to ensure that it is recycled properly. The right of certified compostable packaging, when they are unable to use recycled materials, they are using compostable options, which is mostly used in food products. And the right labeling, where they provide clear labels with the proper recycling instructions for their consumers. Also, Costco shares their knowledge and procedures with suppliers so that they can ensure the people that they are buying from are properly educated about being environmentally friendly. By doing this, they are not only ensuring that the producers and suppliers know their procedures, but as well as their customers know that they're doing everything they can to keep the environment that they live in safe as possible.
What does Costco do to improve its carbon footprint through its purchasing activities? So just to put it out there, organizations in terms of competitive factors affecting supply, there is a greater importance on environmental and social sustainability, as picked up in Chapter 1. One of the things Costco does to improve its purchasing activity is employ many plans to reduce emissions through its activities. And starting with their Scopes 1 and 2 plan, they go by percentage and how much they reduce emissions by, aiming to reduce it by 39% between 2020 and 2030. Operating with 100% clean energy sources by 2035. It is specifically their measurement and how to improve. In terms of what they target specifically, it'd be stuff like, say, heating, ventilation, air conditioning, refrigeration systems, light fixtures, and other energy sources in the warehouse. It is those properties that they intend to replace with more renewable sources, like, say, lights for LED ones. And to call back and say Chapter 6, where it directly states that energy and water consumption play key roles in sustainability. This is exactly why they target the things here. Costco also talks about hydrofluorocarbons, which are what damage the atmosphere and what they specifically target. Transportation and logistics are specifically categories they focus on. Refrigeration retrofits and renewable fuel-powered vehicles like electric yard goats are prime examples of this. Calling back on, say, Chapter 6, which they discuss about energy and water consumption in terms of sustainability, it also makes a big point on supply chain use in this context. Additionally, also Chapter 7, which delves into ozone depletion as a primary measurement for sustainability. And so Costco's other plan is their Scope 3 one. Their more ambitious, broad plan they don't consider achievable without giving a measurement of, say, a 20% reduction, stating that this is directly outside their control and requires cooperation with their suppliers. Expanding on STEP, supplier targets are educating and encouraging green standards in their suppliers. Transition agriculture is choosing and supporting green-based suppliers. Energy Solutions, what they call Energy Star, gives its suppliers a transition to clean energy in their supply chain. And Packaging Solutions, which is innovating ways of making their packaging more sustainable. Chapter 7 very much covers all of this, which stresses the importance of the relationship between the seller and the suppliers. In this case, Scope 3 is kaput without any strong communication or policing with the supplier.
Like Kyle said, Costco tries to make their packaging as green as possible. Here is an example of how they do so. In 2020, Costco teamed up with Smurfit Westrock to create a more sustainable handle. They started by replacing the plastic with cardboard-like handles, as shown in the photos. The result of this eliminated 37.8 million pounds of plastic in 2021, and they continue to do so. Not only does Costco employ these sustainable practices, but they also help their partners ensure that they are held to the same standard. Costco's efficiency practices trickle down to their partners, creating a cleaner, more sustainable supply chain. By reducing their carbon footprint, Costco not only improves sustainability and leans operation, but also reassures members that their efforts are ethical and sustainable. They encourage other businesses to follow suit, take sustainability measures in every decision, and set new goals each year. Costco does an excellent job not only cutting its carbon footprint, but also cutting its purchasing bill, saving money. Here is how they save money employing these strategies.
Costco is able to save money and the environment through their purchasing department quite efficiently and effectively. The greening of their corporation is achieved through ordering less plastic-intensive materials and packaging for their products. For example, their laundry detergent tubs, localization of product sourcing, which results in less transport costs and thus less emissions, ensuring all warehouses comply with their Sustainability Technical Assistance Review Program, aka STAR, in which Costco promotes water usage efficiency, maximum environmental compliance, and the minimization of energy consumption. Additionally, through STAR, Costco has been able to build an ability to track and monitor resource usage at each warehouse. Costco's purchasing department has also been tasked with and is required to follow the current water saving strategy, which is best described from the following quote, which is directly derived from the official Costco Water Saving Strategy Fiscal Year 24 document. The quote is as follows: increasing water efficiency to lower the amount of energy and costs necessary to run mechanical equipment and systems, which in turn reduces our carbon footprint, operational expenses, and environmental impact. Water Strategy FY24-2024. Essentially, water efficiency is to be increased in order to cut environmental and monetary costs required to use and run mechanical equipment and systems, which of course will result in a smaller carbon footprint and less operational expenses. Essentially, the purchasing department directly interacts with greening requirements via the aforementioned methods, which were STAR, the Costco Water Saving Strategy, ordering of less plastic materials, and localization of product sourcing. All of which, in turn, save Costco on costs and assist in saving the environment from detriment.
The next question we were asked was, what recommendations or suggestions do you have for this organization to be more environmentally friendly in terms of their purchasing activities? If we look at the corporation from an environmental angle, the work that it takes to output all this customer satisfaction can take a pretty toll on the area around us. That's why we found some simple adjustments and implications to help improve on Costco's eco footprint. Our first adjustment we have planned is the energy source for not only the warehouse, but also the retail and business centers. Seeing how Costco supplies a multitude of different accommodations to their loyal shoppers, they have to have a large amount of storage space to keep their sale pending items. To ensure that they are kept in not only a safe, but a green manner, we both decided to follow in other companies' footsteps like Apple and Walmart and utilize solar power as our primary energy source mentioned in Chapter 16. Additionally, there's also a future plan to add wind power fans for an additional power source. Switching to this more green power source reduces their carbon footprint by quite a significant margin, leading to a richer and healthier environment. These changes, along with others that we have prepared, also help to improve their public image, potentially bringing in more customers due to the new ecological improvements, providing as friendly as possible area for all. Now, I'll pass it on to our next representative to showcase and explain our other adjustment for Costco's Eco Plan.
Amandeep Singh. I am today here to represent the one fourth question that is related to the recommendation for enhancing the environmental friendliness in organizational purchasing activities, strategies to boost the sustainability in procurement process. Here are the first point: the integrating environmental objectives into the purchasing decision. The first in incorporative sustainability criteria. Integrate environmental factors with cost and quality when making the purchasing decisions to promote sustainability and systematic inclusion process. Establish structured produce processes to consistently consider environmental objectives. Cure sustainability focus makes sustainability a central aspect of procurement policies and daily purchasing choices. That are the 4 points which I considering to be the important, and that is promote the resources effective and educating the evolving the enhances in the organizational purchasing activities. Thank you.